We go through our days carrying an invisible gavel. It rests quietly in the back of our minds, ready to strike at a moment's notice. We pass a stranger in the parking lot and think, he looks like he's given up. A coworker shares an idea and something in us sneers, that's ridiculous. We scroll past someone online who dresses differently, speaks boldly, moves awkwardly, and without knowing a single thread of their story, we decide we know who they are. Too loud, too proud, too weak, too strange. We do it so fast we don't even notice. And the strangest thing? It feels good for a moment. Judgment gives us a hit of superiority. It makes the world feel smaller, simpler, controllable. But deep down, we know. We're not really seeing others, we're shielding ourselves. The Stoics warned us about this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You always own the option of having no opinion." But we rarely take it. Why? Because judging feels like power, like control. Yet, what it really is noise, distraction, a wall. We build it thinking it protects us, but it slowly locks us away. The truth no one tells you is this: the more you judge others, the less peace you'll ever have. Every assumption you make, every label you slap onto someone else, leaves a residue inside your soul. You can feel it in the tension in your shoulders, the shallow breath you take when someone frustrates you, the tightness in your chest when someone doesn't fit your mold. And here's the part that stings. Most of the time, our judgments aren't about them. They're about us. What we dislike in others is often what we haven't yet faced in ourselves. We call someone lazy because we fear our own lack of drive. We call someone weird because we're terrified of being different. We resent the proud because deep down, we want permission to be bold. Seneca said, "What you condemn in another, you must examine in yourself." But that kind of self-honesty requires courage. So we avoid it. We judge instead. It's easier to point a finger than hold up a mirror. Until one day we realize we're tired. Tired of carrying that weight. Tired of seeing enemies where there are none. Tired of walking through life armored up, trying to protect ourselves from stories we invented in our heads. That's when something in us quietly asks, is there another way? And yes, there is. The Stoics called it peace, stillness, indifference, not the cold, numb kind, but the clear-eyed, warm-hearted kind. They understood something we often forget in the mess of modern life, that most of our suffering comes not from the actions of others, but from the meaning we attach to them. Epictetus said, "It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them." Think about that. It's not your neighbor's comment that ruins your day. It's your interpretation of it. It's not the stranger's rude glance that tightens your chest. It's the story you spin about it. And here's the key. You can choose not to write that story. You can choose to let it pass. You can choose to see people as complex, evolving, fragile beings, instead of fixed characters in your personal drama. Imagine walking into a grocery store and looking at every person not as weird, rude, too much, or not enough, but as a fellow traveler, someone who has cried in the shower, laughed uncontrollably at midnight, lost someone they loved deeply, felt invisible in a room full of people. What if instead of judgment, we met others with curiosity, or better yet, with nothing at all? Just presence, just space, just a silent acknowledgement. You are human like me. That's not weakness. That's emotional strength. That's what it means to be light, not naive, but free. Judgment is a weight we were never meant to carry. Every time we judge, we add a brick to our mental backpack. Resentment, criticism, comparison. Each one slows us down. And over the years, it adds up until we no longer feel lightness, laughter, or awe. The Stoics remind us, you don't have to carry all of it. You don't have to label every moment or every person. You can put the backpack down. You can look at someone's pain and not turn it into gossip. You can witness someone's failure without making it about your worth. You can see someone's success and not turn it into envy. You can simply see and let go. Because letting go is not giving up, it's growing up. So the next time you catch yourself mid-judgment, pause. Don't rush to fix it. Don't shame yourself. Just notice and ask, What's really going on here? Is this about them or me? Am I reacting or responding? Am I projecting or perceiving? Then do something radical. Choose silence. Choose stillness. Let the thought pass like a cloud across the sky. You don't need to fight it, feed it, or believe it. Just watch it float by. And in that quiet, something sacred happens. You start to see again. You see the man at this gas station not as scary, but as tired. You see the woman who cut you off in traffic not as a jerk, but as someone rushing home to a sick child. You see your ex not as a villain, but as someone who tried and failed, like we all do. You see your parents not as flawed gods, but as people who did the best they could. And you see yourself, maybe for the first time in years, not as broken, but as healing. That shift, that's liberation. That's Stoic practice, not theory, not philosophy class, but real life in the moment clarity. It's what Marcus Aurelius meant when he wrote, "Don't waste what's left of your life in guessing what others are doing and thinking." You don't need to fill in every blank. You don't need to know why someone acts the way they do. You only need to return to your own mind, your own choices, because that's the only place you truly live. So start there. Stop judging, start living. Drop the gavel. Step out of the courtroom. The world doesn't need more critics. It needs more peacekeepers, more witnesses, more human beings willing to say, "I don't know what you're going through, but I see you, and I wish you peace." That wish, that's how you begin to live lightly, not above the world, but in it, with love, without opinion, and with both feet on the ground.